how can they be expected to do any technological subject at all? This is their math abilities. So something is really, really wrong. Now, of course, parents have sensed that something was wrong. A lot of us know that something is wrong. But complaints by parents and teachers were generally ignored by the office of the superintendent and by the educational establishment. Embarrassingly enough, even here at the University of Washington, where there's a number of my colleagues in math education, I think everything is just wonderful and there's really no problems. We are told by these people that if we understood the complexities, how people learn, students learn math, we would appreciate their approach. And things are not working out right away for a number of reasons. One of them is the teachers lack the training. This is often the excuse. Teachers aren't properly trained. Or we simply have to give more time for their approach to work. But a lot of us weren't happy with this kind of palliative. And a group of parents, teachers, and others worried about math education decided to take action to organize, and there was born the group, Where's the Math? And there's a number of people here who are associated with the math right now. It started around a kitchen table by concerned parents. I wasn't in the initial group. There's a few people here that were. I can see them in the front row. It's now a statewide, nonpartisan organization of more than 1,500 members, all volunteer, and this is done on a shoestring. We've had a number of activities, and I'll just mention a few of them. We have been involved in extensive research on math programs and standards, and you can see some of the information you've gotten here was the result of this work. We have a comprehensive website, where'sthemath.com, which are all very much invited to take a look at. Members of our group have volunteered for decision-making panels and adoption committees at the local and the state level. So, some of us have run for and some have even won school board seats. We have met with key education leaders in the state legislature and elsewhere. When the state was messing up, when certain people were messing up with getting together some math standards, we put our own together and provided that to demonstrate how it should be done. And we've organized letter writing campaigns and emailing campaigns, and you name it. Now, we have made some progress in the last few years, but more still remains to be done. In the legislature, we've worked with our legislative friends. Some of them are in the room today to promote legislation to improve math curricula and standards. We've made some progress there. We've worked to establish the state board. I didn't say that right. We encouraged the establishment of a math panel that was on the oversight of the State Board of Education, and we have worked on various bills, worked on dealing with math standards and how that should be sent to an independent consultant rather than OSPI. Some of the progress we've seen is math standards have been changed. They do include standard algorithms. They do require more mastery of basic math facts. Things are improving, but although there have been improvements in the math standards, the new standards that will be discussed here later on still could use further improvement, and we'll hear more about that in a second. Okay, so I think I'll skip some of this, but one of the things we've been working on is trying to encourage better curriculum, their use in elementary school, middle school, high school. We've made some progress. Math Expressions, which is one of the better elementary school texts you've seen outside there, has now been officially adopted by Bellevue and Edmonds. It's a big improvement. So we have made some inroads. Singapore Math was officially adopted as a supplementary program in Seattle, but there are issues with that. It's not clear how much they're using at this point. One problem we've had, and if you've read the Seattle Times recently, you'll know about this problem, is inadequate reporting by the media. This has been a problem. Critical information about the math standards and curriculum have not reached the public. There's been little attempt by our media to really understand math standards and curricula issues, and they haven't corrected certain candidates when they've made false statements. I mean, this is a problem. We've seen this in other walks of life, like the economy, but there are certainly issues with the media not properly vetting candidates and properly investigating some major issues dealing with math. So let me conclude. The delivery system in mathematics education has been broken. There have been some small fixes that have gone. We're making some progress, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. There has been incremental improvement at the state level. These improvements have to be actively promoted by parents and teachers in the classroom, and parents and others have the duty and motivation to hasten the progress in the schools. So I think with that beginning, I will pass on to Bob Dean, who will talk about standards and assessments.